So I think by now we all have a rough understanding of some sets I recommend investing in, but there's also a handful of sets I recommend not investing in, and that's what we'll be talking about in today's video. Let's get into it. So yes, welcome back everyone to another LEGO investing video, and actually thanks to this comment right here, that is why I'm making this video. As always guys, I'm not a financial advisor. These are just opinionated videos going over my thoughts on these sets and just kind of help you guys maybe have a second opinion on it, make those final decisions for yourself and truly kind of decide where you guys should put your money into. So really quickly guys, before I get into this, I want to go over three quick things. Firstly guys, this is all opinionated and personal preference towards myself. I have personal reasons why I will not invest in these, and that's what I'm going over. Second thing guys, I'll be looking at the overall fact of ROI. Again, LEGO investing is not a get rich quick scheme, but it's also something you don't want to be sitting on the same set for 15 years just to make double your money. So I'll be looking into that. And then also guys, another big thing is just the overall fact of how many other people I feel are actually investing in this right now. Or again, once people go to sell it 2-3 years from now, will there just be an oversaturation of people investing in it and trying to make a profit? So with all that being said guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so starting off this list in no particular order, we have LEGO 21318, the treehouse right here. And the main thing going against this set, it's been on the shelves for 3.5 years. And I feel like every single year for the past like 2 years, it's been on the retirement list. Everyone is thinking, oh, it's going to retire now. And all I can say guys, is this is a prime example of just a set that will be way too oversaturated, in my opinion. Again, every investor right now has probably got 10 of these, 15 of these, 20 of these. They're currently even on sale for 30% off right now on Walmart.com. So it's like, again, just because it's going on sale and you're getting a good deal for it doesn't always mean it's going to be investable and profitable. My personal preference, you guys know me, I personally like investing in smaller stuff, just a little bit easier to ship. So I personally feel like this set will not be worth the space it takes up, and I feel like this will take easily 5 or 6 years to even get anywhere near a 50% ROI on your money. So let's get into the next one, guys. All right, guys, so moving on to number 9 and 8 right here, we got set number 10282 and 10272. Basically two of the big stadiums out right now. They're retiring, and in my opinion guys, I would not touch these sets with a 10-foot pole, honestly. Like these things, at least the one of them was on lego.com for a long time, like 2 or 3 weeks, 40% off on lego.com. Lego does not do that often. There's very few things they've ever put over like 20% off on their website. So clearly this thing was not selling too well, and the problem with a lot of these stadiums is the fact they're really location centered. Again, in the USA, personally most of us probably don't even care about these stadiums to begin with. But for me being a USA collector, I really have no personal attachment to these sets. I don't see them doing too well, again, especially in the USA market. And of course guys, these are very big boxes, probably weigh 10 pounds, gonna cost you 30 bucks to ship. And overall guys, these are two sets that I will not be touching unless I get them for like 5 bucks. Alright guys, moving on to number 7, we have another one right here that was on lego.com for 40% off, and that really sparked a lot of speculation in the investing community. Is this set can be worth it to invest in? And that being set number 10291, the Queer Eye set, which I personally have no clue where this is even from. I've never seen the TV show or movie. I had no care for this ever. I have no clue what the actual show or movie's about, so I've got no personal vendetta against the actual show or movie. But the set itself guys, again, 40% off on lego.com for like 2 or 3 weeks clearly means it's not selling. And personally, again, when people were talking about should I invest in this thing, I agree. I just don't see a point. I really don't think people were even liking it from the start. I feel like a lot of people were saying it was overpriced, if I recall, to begin with. So 40% off, sure, some of the hardcore fans of the set probably picked it up then, but long term, again, there's a lot of the big fish that probably bought up 10 or 20 of them just to buy them when they're 40% off. So for being kind of a smaller fish like myself, I've got no reason to put any money into this set right here, so that's my reason for that one. All right guys, so moving on to the next one, which this one actually kind of saddens me, that being LEGO 42083, the Technic Bugatti Chiron. And like I said for the treehouse guys, this set has just been out for way too long, coming out middle of 2018. Think about that. So over 4 years now on the shelf, and again, there's been a lot of opportunities to get this set for 20, 30, 40% off even, if you guys are in different countries especially. And in my humble opinion, whether it's a big box or not, this set's just gonna be way too oversaturated on the market for a while. Again, there's a lot of the big fish investors that bought up 10, 20, 30 of them. And for me being the investor I am, I have no need to get any of these. I did get one at Kohl's, I believe, for 25% off like last year, and I'm probably gonna end up building it since I think it's not gonna do too crazy on the aftermarket aftermarket, so I'd rather just enjoy it, maybe build it one of these days and display it. But there's my thoughts on that one, guys. All right, guys, moving on to a Harry Potter set right here, being set number 75955, the Hogwarts Express, the Playscale version. Again, a prime example. This set's been out for over 4 years now. Came out middle of 2018, and you know, this is another one that's been on a retirement list for the past like 3 years, and a lot of people have been picking up, me included. I actually have 3 of these in my possession. I picked them up for I believe like 60% off of that GameStop sale, if you guys remember that. But retrospectively, I should have just parted these out back then, because again, this is one of those things where every investor and their brother probably has 10 or 15 of these right now. You know, these things have been on the shelf, like I said, for 4.5 years. There's been a lot of opportunities to get this set for, again, like 30-40% off, where there's a lot of built-in margin there. You know, so this set will take forever, I feel, to go up in value. A lot of people had, you know, high hopes for this set. You know, again, the older Hogwarts Expresses did pretty well. You know, trains as a whole do pretty well. So let's move on to the next one, guys. All right, moving on to the fourth one right here, which is kind of like an entire sub-theme of sets I want to go over really quickly. But this one in particular, 76145, the Aerial Assault Eternal set. This one, just for what it's worth, I mean, just don't even buy this. I mean, 2 minifigures in that set are like $1.50 each. That set itself is not worth it. And I don't think really any of the Eternals wave is worth it, aside for maybe the biggest one being the Rise of the Domo, since that one's been the hardest one to get on sale. You know, I think everyone kind of agrees the movie was kind of like a mid-tier movie, where all these sets are also kind of the same. You know, no one really hates them, no one really loves them. And also, you know, a lot of these sets, aside for the Rise of the Domo, have been, you know, 30, 40, 50% off a lot of places in the past year, where, again, everyone that kind of wants these sets right now have already gotten them. And, again, some of these bigger fish investors, you know, kind of bought them up at those prices, and those will be kind of the guys controlling the little aftermarket these sets will have afterwards. You know, me personally, I don't really see too many people wanting the Aerial Assault set, you know, 6 years from now and wanting to pay more than, like, the 10 bucks it retailed for. So, in my opinion, guys, I think aside for Rise of the Domo, all the Eternal sets are just a big no-no. I will not be investing in those myself. But let's move on to what everyone kind of wants to hear me talk about, that being Star Wars. Alright, guys, so moving into 3 Star Wars sets I have right here, and of course I won't be going over like microfighters and stuff, you know, 4+ sets. Those are just kind of obvious ones, but I've actually got 3 here where I genuinely will just not be investing, and I don't think will be too good on the aftermarket for most people. First one being 75305, the Scout Trooper helmet. You know, this one right here might be kind of controversial, but I feel like this one's been on sale a lot. And if I had to base this off of every other helmet, I feel like this one is the least likely to go up in value. I think it looks beautiful. I think the Scout Trooper helmet looks amazing. You know, this one's been on sale the most out of all the other ones right now retiring. And in my humble opinion, even though I think Boba Fett is also still going to be saturated, I would rather pick up more of the Boba Fett helmets than the Scout Trooper helmet personally. But guys, the next Star Wars set I have right here being 75317, the Mandalorian and the Child Brickheads. Came out middle of 2020, so about 2.5 years of shelf life right now. And another prime example where just there's way too many of these on the market. You know, these are literally down to I think like $9.50 right now on Target.com, and you know, they've been that price for, you know, a lot of other times. You know, last year Black Friday, I think I've got what, 6 over there. I bought 6 at like $8.50 each. I just did it to do it. You know, I did not really expect these to be, you know, too crazy on the aftermarket, but you know, it is a Star Wars set. You know, that is over 50% off. You know, I'll see what happens with them, but I'll personally not be buying any more of them. I can't really recommend these at all because again, just these are so cheap. So many people have so many of them. They've been literally 50% off almost like half their shelf life. And, you know, this is a set where truthfully I think there's probably a dozen people out there that have upwards of like 200, 300, 400 copies of this set. So this one will definitely be a long haul right here. If Mandalorian goes on for, you know, 5, 6, 7 seasons, then maybe later on, you know, 3, 4 years from now, maybe this will catch a little bit of a price, maybe 30 bucks max. But I personally don't see it going for too much more than that. Let's move on to the first one though, guys. All right, guys, so number 1 for me personally is 75299, the Trouble on Tatooine. This is a $30 set, and I think basically once the Beskar Mando got re-released in more sets, this set pretty much became obsolete. You know, none of the minifigures are exclusive anymore. The build itself is pretty poor. You know, speeder bike's oversized. It's from a pretty forgettable episode in my opinion. Again, like this has really no longevity in the terms of being a classic Lego Star Wars set. And in my opinion, again, I feel like this is the most like forgotten about Lego set right now. You know, you guys can pick it up for 20% off anywhere. Best Buy basically had it, I think, for 40% off for like a week or so. So that's actually where I got mine. I don't really know why I bought it. I kind of just added it to my cart. I was buying a bunch of CMFs for 50% off, and I just added one of these to my cart. I kind of regret it now since I'm not going to do anything with it. Again, I think the builds are hideous, but in my humble opinion, guys, I think this set's probably going to go nowhere. You know, $30 retail set. I don't see it going more than like maybe 40 bucks in a couple years. and definitely recommend staying away from it. But leave your thoughts down below on that set. Next, I'm actually curious, do you guys think I'm missing something with these sets? Is there something that I should be on the lookout for involving any of these sets where maybe I should pick up a couple of them? Should I change my opinion on them? Definitely leave your thoughts down below, guys, but let's close off the video. So yes, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This was kind of a fun one to make. After I saw that guy's comment, I actually thought to myself, hey, this might be kind of a fun video, and I'll go over 10 sets that I'm not even going anywhere near for investing purposes. But yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.